Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go, son. 58 to Mike. Check. Yeah, check. Hey, lady. Let's blow. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, lady.
On first down, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the 50, it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Play.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
What do you want? 58, come on. 58. Man, 80. Stop your whining. 58 to Mike, 58. Hey, Alpha. Yo. Yo, 80. He's coming. Double up. He's got this.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Let's go, D. Kill. Me. I got this, man. Me. I got this. Hey, Mike's 50. Check pass.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Right there.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Allen going to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Henry Anderson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Allen looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A big play here for Buffalo. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, he finds McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right here, right here. Check 4. Red 80. Red 80.
Here's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn to either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. To the air again, Darnold. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 17-yard line.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Mike, 49. You don't want that. Pick up the ball.
Faking the give, Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Darnold from the gun, flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 11 yards there, first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give him some space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
11 yards there, just like last play.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
50. 57 to Mike.
Hey, home. Hey, home.
He's checking. Crash.
Hey, orbit.
57. Mike, 57.
You go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And able to find John Brown. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Alert. 49, check 49. 56.
Mike's by 4.
To the air, Allen escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
The Jets take over
Let's
first
go!
and 10
Let's go! Let's go!
at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas.
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Here goes Hut.
Mark 49. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, high 7.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
58 for Mike, 58.
Hey, dude.
I'm coming up to you.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shake. Up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
Hey, tight.
57. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
Here we go.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now we'll give right side Coleman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Alert.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Jets have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The 1st down run with Bell is he'll get about 6 there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Darnold on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
64.
Now Darnold. On the crossing route, complete. That's Howard. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line.
First down, New York.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Here's Darnold. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Now it's Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Oh, fighting off the defender. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before half for Allen. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Alert! Alert! Mike 54! Mike 54!
Play action. Now it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Watch the curl! Watch the curl!
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On play action, Allen looking downfield for Jones. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Jets first down.
Here we go, son.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
6.
On first down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Done.
Here's Coleman on the draw. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
5 wide.
Allen now looks to throw. The left side completion to Jones. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
13 yards on the play.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Mike's 5. Mike's 5-4. Oh, get him. Mike's 54.
Here's Coleman. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
I got it. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Go. I got it.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
All 52.
Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip.
Alert!
Hey, Haywood. 54, Mike. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
And now they'll throw without him. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Slam, slam. 54's Mike.
They will run again with Coleman. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
A 24-yard
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Darnold now to throw, eluding the pressure right. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
White now to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Flushed out right. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Coleman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Jim. Pass. Hey, Echo. 10.
On 2nd down and 4. Allen throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So 1st and goal. 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Coleman now. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Allen. Here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pauschka's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold, throw left side complete. That's Bell. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Watch a slap! Watch a slap! Watch a slap!
On first down, it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you.
58, come on! 58, come on! Red 80!
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ed Oliver in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
March 49! March 49!
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. In his own end zone, it's Allen. And he rifles one incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, box drop.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2.
I got you, young lady. 49. Bravo. 49's the money. I got it.
After the interception, here's Darnold escaping and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Check. Watch 54. Oh, yeah.